have too much stuff, and you probably do too. So let's get rid of 500 items in 30 days. Get a piece of paper and label boxes 1 through 30 and add a bonus box labeled with a 35. Every day, declutter a number of items and cross out that corresponding box. So if I decluttered 8 items that day, I would check off or fill in the number 8 box. If you do this every day for 31 days, you will declutter 500 items. You can also make a little bit more of an aesthetic option here. Obviously, this is something that I just did very quickly. There's a lot of different options depending on what you think you're gonna find motivating, but I just kept it simple because I was honestly just really excited to get started. So here's the process I followed in order to do this as efficiently and effectively as possible. My main strategy was breaking down what I wanted to declutter room by room. And then even within those rooms, I structured it kind of section by section. I started in my bedroom, the closet specifically. So this probably does not give minimalist right off the get-go, which, I'm really not there yet. I'm definitely minimizing. Basically, what I did is I just went through my closet a little bit at a time, and I picked out things that I know for sure I did not want anymore, or things that I just absolutely was not wearing, or that I've had for a really long time and have still never worn. I also went through all my shoes, which are kind of buried in the bottom there, to try to see if there's anything that I really didn't need anymore. I didn't find too many things shoe-wise that I wanted to get rid of. Because I have had a lot of these shoes I've had for a very long time, or they all kind of serve a purpose. So shoes weren't too bad, but I definitely did have a lot of clothing that I absolutely did not need. Once I did go through all of my closet and all of my drawers, I separated those clothes out into sell, donate, and trash/repurpose. And that made it super easy to see where everything was going. Basically anything that was a really nice item or something that I thought was sellable, I listed that on Poshmark, and then I donated the rest. And any of the things that were not even really able to be donated, I tried to repurpose, turning them into rags or things like that. Tried really hard not to just completely throw anything out. So after I went through my closet and clothing drawers, I decided to go through all of my throw pillows and bed linens and blankets and all of that kind of stuff. I have a linen closet behind me, which thankfully not all of that is my stuff, but I genuinely had so many pillows, especially, I don't know what my issue is with throw pillows, but I had literally so many. And I swear I had 15 for every holiday. So I'm trying to get better about not obsessively buying seasonal decor as well. So I only kept a very few of very seasonal type pillows. I did keep this fall one, but I was trying not to keep too many of those. I went through all of my blankets and everything as well, just to see I had way more than I needed. So I gave away quite a bit of those. I also went through all my hobby drawers, which basically just contains my random assortments of paints and board games and roller skating equipment. I don't know. I'm a diverse gal with my hobbies and interests. So I just tried to put all of that stuff in there, and I went through all of that and got rid of anything that I knew I really wouldn't use or play again, or the paints. I went through and made sure that they were actually all usable and things like that. I highly recommend doing a full fridge inventory as well. There is probably something in here that you haven't seen or touched for many months. Go through all of your condiments and sauces and see what's actually still good. Check expiration dates, and also look for multiples of things to see if there's anything that you can condense. Now would also be a great time to go through your pantry, see if there's anything expired in here as well. Also look for things like stale chips or anything that's just been in there too long. Now the bathroom, the land of long forgotten beauty products and hair ties hanging on by a literal thread. The biggest thing here is to go through your medicine cabinet, your shower and bath items, and all those little drawers filled with lipsticks that you probably haven't worn in 16 years. Take your time here and thoroughly go through each drawer and each item. I found so many things in here that I didn't even know that I had, or things that I clearly did not use for years because the expiration date was marked like many, many years ago. So I tackled the living room next. This one wasn't as hard for me because I had already gone through so many of my like pillows and linens and stuff when I did my bedroom. But if I hadn't already done that, I would recommend doing that here now. Also, this is a great time to go through decor. So are there too many random bowls, or you remember those like giant chain link things that were on like everybody's bookshelves? No judgment, but what are we doing with those? I went through several pieces of decor in the living room that I simply do not need and that does not bring me any joy anymore. So I went ahead and donated or listed those for sale. This would also be a good time if you have any kind of CDs, DVDs. We actually have exercise equipment in our living room as well, so you could go through that kind of stuff. Basically, whatever you have in your living room, go ahead and streamline it. This was probably my least problematic room to go through. I just already had the least amount of stuff in here, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. Finally, I cleaned out my car. This was a major, major win for me. It feels like a brand new car, and I am so proud of myself for turning over a new leaf and being a clean and organized car girly rather than a like, why do I have 3 changes of clothes and a box of cereal and like multiple empty coffee mugs car girly. I really feel like I'm making strides. This one for some reason felt the most monumental. I pulled a lot of stuff out of this car and it feels so nice to have it actually clean and organized. Shocking, right? When you actually take care of the things that you have. Gasp. Wow. Shocking revelation, Leah. The very last thing that I did as kind of a bonus location or just an additional place to look to declutter items is all of your personal items. So things like your purse, your book bag, your work bag, lunch boxes, basically anything that you could have stuffed a wide variety of random things and trinkets into. I would highly recommend going through those, especially if you are running out of things to declutter. You would be surprised at the absolute shenanigans that may lie in the pockets of your purse. Okay, that is officially the end of this video and kind of the general synopsis of how I went about decluttering 500 items in 30 days. Hope that this video was helpful for you. Please let me know if you try this challenge. It was a mix of emotions for me the whole time, but I am ultimately so grateful that I did it. And it's just crazy to see how many things that I had that I either didn't know that I had or I didn't really even want. So that was really, really eye-opening for me, and I'm so grateful for this whole experience, and I would genuinely recommend it to anyone, even if you're not someone that particularly has issues with consumerism. I think that this was so cleansing for me, physically and emotionally, spiritually, like whatever. I even financially, technically, because I was able to sell a lot of my things as well, which is always really cool. To kind of get some of your money back, and it does help the sting a little bit, because I think we're also sometimes so afraid to get rid of things because, you know, we've already spent the money on it, and even just making a little bit of money back kind of helped that not hurt so much. Breaking it down the way that I did also did help me tremendously. I think it would have felt a lot more overwhelming had I not broken it down so specifically. And hey, even if it takes more than 30 days, who cares? Because regardless, you have gotten rid of 500 items in your life that were just taking up space. There were items that you did not want or that you did not need, and now they're gone, and hopefully to a better home. So that is a major cause for celebration. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Leah, and I just recently started uploading videos to this YouTube channel, mostly talking about my journey breaking free from hustle culture and excessive consumerism in pursuit of a much happier, healthier, slower life. So if that interests you, I would love to see you around. Please leave me a comment. I am very excited to talk to you all. I hope to see you again soon, and happy decluttering.